Tom Hanks is more than an actor. He's a presence that conveys trust, warmth, and humanity. His performances feel intimate, almost as if the audience has known him for years. Yet beneath the reassuring charm lies a man shaped by loneliness, personal struggles, and life's unpredictability. Hanks's journey is a story of endurance, reflection, and learning to maintain kindness in a world that rarely makes it easy. His life, marked by both professional success and private challenges, is a testament to the quiet strength of consistency, empathy, and the simple principle of showing up fully for every moment. Iconic roles and cultural resonance. Tom Hanks's work has left an indelible mark on popular culture, from voicing Woody in Toy Story to the heartfelt innocence of Forrest Gump and the steadfast leadership of Captain Miller in Saving Private Ryan. These characters resonate because Hanks infuses them with lived experience and genuine emotional depth. Unlike actors who rely on spectacle or exaggeration, he conveys subtle truths about human behavior, love, and resilience. His performances feel as though they come from personal understanding, which makes them timeless. Hanks's ability to draw on life's trials gives his roles authenticity, creating an intimate connection with audiences. His characters are not distant or performative. They belong in the lives of viewers, as if they could walk off the screen and sit at the dinner table, sharing stories that feel both personal and universal. A childhood marked by instability. Hanks's early life was characterized by upheaval and emotional displacement. Born in 1956, his parents' divorce fractured his sense of stability, forcing him and his siblings to adapt to different households, relatives, and stepfamilies. The constant change created loneliness, shyness, and uncertainty. Hanks often described himself as awkward and hesitant, learning to observe rather than assert himself. These early experiences shaped his sensitivity, making him attentive to human behavior and emotional nuance. Growing up without a steady anchor forced him to develop empathy and adaptability. The sense of not fully belonging became both a challenge and a gift, laying the foundation for the emotional intelligence that would later define his acting. His ability to inhabit characters authentically stems directly from a childhood that taught him to notice, listen, and feel deeply, even when the world seemed unsteady. Learning through observation. Instead of resisting his circumstances, Hanks turned inward, learning to watch and understand people. He studied interactions, noting how others hid fears behind humor or silence, how they reacted under pressure, and how small gestures revealed emotion. This habit became his emotional education, sharpening his empathy and perception. While other children formed deep roots and fixed friendships, Hanks developed adaptability and awareness, skills that later translated into his ability to inhabit a wide range of characters convincingly. His early attentiveness enabled him to observe nuance, recognize subtle shifts in human emotion, and translate them into authentic performances. These skills would allow him to portray characters whose quiet depth feels lived in, earning audience trust not through theatricality, but through observation, patience, and a keen understanding of life's intricacies. Solitude as creative fuel. The loneliness of Hanks's youth became a source of artistic power. Many of his iconic roles, from Forrest Gump's isolated innocence to Castaway's solitary survival, reflect this internalized solitude. The emotions he draws upon are not imagined. They are remembered, experienced, and refined. By learning to sit with discomfort, Hanks developed the capacity to translate personal feelings into performances that resonate universally. His characters often navigate worlds that fail to fully understand them, yet they do so with quiet dignity. This capacity to connect with universal feelings of isolation and longing makes Hanks's performances timeless. His ability to turn solitude into empathy allows audiences to see themselves in his characters, reminding us that shared human experience transcends circumstance, and that art can communicate the depth of internal struggle with subtlety and honesty. The humble start of a dream. Hanks's entry into acting was far from glamorous. In the late 1970s, he moved to New York with ambition but minimal financial security. He took small stage roles, appeared in pilots that never aired, and worked odd jobs to survive. Rejection was constant, teaching patience, resilience, and humility. Hanks approached his work with sincerity, learning each role thoroughly and treating every opportunity as a chance to grow. The uncertainty of this period honed his discipline and prepared him for the demands of a long career. Rather than seeking immediate recognition, he cultivated craft and character. These formative years reinforced the values that would become central to his success: preparation, consistency, and respect for the process. Hanks's early struggle reflects the reality that talent alone does not guarantee success, but perseverance and integrity can sustain a career for decades. Kindness as professional strength. In an industry often defined by ambition and aggression, Hanks distinguished himself through kindness and reliability. He consistently arrived on time, respected his colleagues, and approached every task with preparation. Initially, this quiet diligence was misunderstood as weakness, but over time, it became a hallmark of his professionalism. Directors, crew, and fellow actors grew to trust him implicitly, relying on his steadiness to anchor productions. Hanks demonstrated that personal integrity could be a strategic and sustaining strength in Hollywood. His reputation for empathy and courtesy allowed him to navigate difficult sets, demanding roles, and high-pressure situations with dignity. Beyond skill and talent, this relational strength contributed to his longevity in the industry, reinforcing that consistent respect and thoughtfulness can be as powerful as charisma in shaping a career. Patience, recognition, and growth. Early recognition brought visibility, but not immediate respect. Hanks was initially seen primarily as a comedic actor, charming but not serious. He embraced each opportunity, using roles to refine his craft and deepen storytelling skills. Instead of rushing toward validation, he waited, observed, and prepared, developing patience and confidence. This approach allowed him to transition naturally into dramatic work with credibility, including films like Philadelphia and Saving Private Ryan. His measured approach emphasizes growth over ego, showing that mastery is achieved through persistent effort rather than instant acclaim. Hanks's journey underscores the value of steady development, humility, and the belief that meaningful work will eventually be recognized when pursued with dedication and authenticity. Redefining the leading man, Hanks redefined the archetype of a leading man, blending vulnerability and strength without arrogance or melodrama. His dramatic roles required emotional and physical commitment, including transformations in weight and physical endurance. He approached characters with honesty, portraying pain, fear, and moral complexity authentically. Audiences were drawn to his ability to convey real human struggle without exaggeration, creating a sense of intimacy and trust. By demonstrating that strength and sensitivity can coexist, Hanks expanded the possibilities for male protagonists, making nuanced emotions central to storytelling. His performances illustrate that credibility and empathy are as essential as charisma in sustaining a lasting career and leaving a cultural imprint that resonates across generations. The physical and emotional cost Hanks's commitment came with physical and emotional tolls. Significant weight changes, demanding stunts, and long filming schedules contributed to the development of type 2 diabetes, a condition he faced with acceptance and accountability. Emotionally, immersing himself in stories of war, illness, and survival required immense energy and empathy. Recovery was often private, highlighting the unseen cost of storytelling. Hanks's experiences demonstrate that dedication to craft is not without sacrifice. Yet he approaches these challenges with pragmatism and humility, acknowledging limitations while continuing to work. His story underscores the interplay between professional rigor and human vulnerability, showing that excellence is achieved not by avoiding difficulty, but by engaging with it fully, thoughtfully, and consistently. Family life, love, and responsibility. Hanks's personal life reflects similar dedication and complexity. His early marriage to Samantha Lewis required balancing fatherhood, career uncertainty, and emotional immaturity. The marriage eventually ended, leaving Hanks with reflection and regret, but also growth. He remained present in his children's lives, navigating private challenges with care and accountability. Later, his marriage to Rita Wilson brought stability, humor, and mutual support. Together, they faced illness, caregiving, and family responsibilities, deepening their bond. Hanks's personal experiences demonstrate the importance of resilience, empathy, and responsibility in relationships. His ability to remain compassionate, even in difficult circumstances, mirrors the qualities that define his professional life: consistency, integrity, and quiet endurance, showing that personal and professional strengths can be mutually reinforcing. Enduring legacy and quiet strength. Tom Hanks's legacy is built not only on iconic roles, but on the character he brings to life on and off screen. He demonstrates that true greatness comes from showing up, preparing fully, and treating others with respect. His resilience, accountability, and quiet empathy have shaped an extraordinary career and left an enduring mark on popular culture. Hanks's story reminds us that real achievement is measured not by accolades alone, but by the integrity and persistence with which we navigate life's challenges. His life exemplifies endurance without bitterness, humility without passivity, and commitment without spectacle, offering a model of humanity, reliability, and trust that resonates far beyond the cinema.